One, two, three, four. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to Wanderers Football Park. We're on field number 6 for this final round fixture, the final match of the season between the Western Sydney Wanderers and Sydney Olympic. Wanderers coming into this 4th on the table. Yep, cool. After 26 match days of the NPL New South Wales Women's Premiership, it is time to put a full stop on the 2026 season as finals football is fast approaching. The top four is already decided, and we've also decided the premiers for 26. The Bulls FC Academy have taken the top prize and they'll head into finals football next week full of confidence, but so too will the Western Sydney Wanderers, who have qualified for their first finals appearance for the first time since the NPL New South Wales Women's Premiership was established in 2014. They'll take on Sydney Olympic this evening, a side that showed so much promise throughout the year, and they're looking to finish the season on a very, very strong note in what has been a very dark period for the club as a whole in the recent past. Hello, it's Connor McNally. Welcome to our final game of the 26th Premiership here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. As I said, the Western Sydney Wanderers qualifying for their first ever finals appearance for the NPL New South Wales Women's Championship. They'll finish fourth on the Premiership table, and regardless of tonight's result, they can do no better than fourth place, because even if they win, RPL Leichhardt will still finish third with a superior goal difference. But they'll look to finish the season on a very, very strong note as they're looking to go up against a Sydney Olympic side that has shown quite a lot of promise throughout the season. Just the results at times have not gone their way, but they'll be looking to finish sixth overall. They were potentially looking to try and steal fifth place away from the Northern Tigers, but given that they beat RPL Leichhardt last night 2-1 in a thrilling match out at North Turramurra, they'll have to settle for sixth position. Early in the season, the Wanderers beat Sydney Olympic 2-0, and they'll look to do the double again tonight as Savannah Murray, the captain, will now meet in the middle with Morgan Vitz, the captain of Sydney Olympic. Let's go through for the final time this season in the Premiership the starting lineups for tonight. Firstly, Sydney Olympic, their coach is Sam McGowan, and this is her starting 11. Their goalkeeper, number 39, Sophia Varley. Number 2, Laura Nada. Number 8, Tiana Petkovsky. Number 11, Juliana Nicholas. Belavoisi Yulden, number 12. Tara Badana in number 13. Morgan Vitz, the captain, number 17. Patria Trimis is in number 19. Kaya Buchanan, 31. 52, Jaya Bowen, and number 58, Maya Fernandez. The substitutes, Margot Blakey, number 3, Lola Sosa, number 7, Ruby Nathan, number 10, Matilda Bradley, number 23, 24 is Isabella Antonio, and Ava Arena, number 33. For Jamie Dibb, this is his starting lineup for the Wanderers, the red and black block taking on tonight, and this is the starting 11. Annabelle Crolls, the goalkeeper, number 20. Number 3, Annabella Keep. Number 4, the captain, Savannah Murray. Number 8, Mia Natali. Alyssa McKenzie, number 11. Alvina Maria Kashaba, number 13. Talia Loon Eunice is in number 19. Charlotte Bradshaw, 27. Frida Caraberas, 28. Ruby Betro, 29. And Medina Musa in number 32. The substitutes tonight, now here's been a late change as well. Tyra Bagiante is in number 7. Number 10, Isabella Sultan comes in to replace Zoe Pangopoulos, who was originally scheduled to be in the substitute lineup, but she has been replaced at the last minute. Madison Gabilla is in number 12. Mary Dalbroy is in number 25. The substitute goalkeeper is Charlotte Church. Number 31, Annika Driscoll, and Tessa Young is in number 38. The referee for tonight's match, Molly Godsall. The assistant referees, Eliza Skinner and Emma Chan. And it will be Sydney Olympic that will be running left to right of your monitors for this first half. The Wanderers, the Academy Wonder Women, as they've been known all season long, will go right to left of your monitors for this first half, as they look to finish off the season on a very, very strong note. They know who their opposition will be next week for the final series. It will be the premiers, the back-to-back premiers, in fact, Bulls FC Academy. We also know next week the second semi-final will be between the University of New South Wales, this year's NPL New South Wales Women's Club Champions as well. They'll take on RPL Leichhardt in the second semi-final next week. But for Sydney Olympic, they would love to finish the season and finish off a very, very dark year for the club as a whole on a positive note as they look ahead to 2027. So, Patria Trimis in the centre to get things underway. And here we go. The final match of the season in NPL New South Wales Women's, and it will be taken by the Wanderers. Beautiful afternoon as the sun is setting towards the west. We're on the eastern side of the field here. We're on field 6, originally scheduled to play on field 7, but last minute change as Sav Murray now offloads the ball now to Bradshaw. And now will be taken up by Ruby Betro, who has played a significant role for the Wanderers this year. A notable admission is Alyssa Umsard. Normally we've seen her throughout the season and has been a scoring machine since she joined the Wanderers after playing for Gladesville last season. Taking the ball up now is Alvina Marie Kashaba. And the ball now stolen by Maya Fernandez. And it will be Patrie Trimis that will look to get around Bradshaw. Looks to offload the ball. We'll find the Wanderers instead. A free header taken there by Musa. And it will be Bella Keat that will now look to kick it long on the eastern side down to Alyssa McKenzie. As I said, Alyssa Umsard not a starter tonight. Unfortunately, she has been ruled out due to concussion. So the concussion protocol's in place as part of the policies implemented by Football New South Wales and FIFA, of course. Hopefully she will be back next week for the first semi-final against Bulls FC Academy. Likely to take place out at Northbridge Oval next week. And now it'll be Sav Murray. Now pass it. I said Annabelle Cleat. She was in number 3. She's actually in number 2. Sav Murray's in number 3. Oh. That's never my strong point, but there you go. In the second minute of play, played down by Talia Yunus. She's been just as good with the goal scoring this season. Kashaba now. Offloads the ball. She was looking to get around Juliana Nicholas. And now it's Nicholas again. She's trying to confuse Kashaba. Now here's a chance for Natali. Natali is off target. Goal kick to the Olympic side from Belmore, who've been playing their home games all season long out at the Crest Oval in Bass Hill. Normally they've been playing their home games at Belmore Sports Ground on Peter Morth Field, but of course with the recent development of the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs Centre of Excellence that's on the eastern side, on the former Terry Lamb Hill side of the field, they of course had to relocate their games for 2026 and for the foreseeable future at the Crest Oval. So goal kick to be taken now by Sophia Varley. And Murray headers that back down to Musa. She looks to move it forward. Betro. That's that ball bounce off her body, and now it will be intercepted by Olympic, and they win the ball. Fernandez. Foul conceded by Olympic. It was Fernandez that conceded the foul on McKenzie, and it will be a free kick taken by the Wanderers. McKenzie now with the ball. But Olympic get the ball back. Natali again. She's already had a shot on goal. Spins around, looking to find Eunice. There's some open space here for Eunice. Will she strike? No! It was inside the penalty area. There's no ruling of a penalty there. And the ball was won there by Olympic. Petkovsky. But the Wanderers get it back. It will be Karaberis. Passes it back now to Murray. From the Northern Tiger. Completing her first season with the Wanderers. And I think she would love to play for the Wanderers. She's a local around this area. Now, Musa looking ahead of that M. Here's a chance now for Koshaba, but it will go into the safe hands of Varley. So into the 5th minute, still 0-0 between the Wanderers and Olympic. Throw into Olympic. Already one match completed this afternoon in this final match day of this season between Illawarra Stingrays and the MacArthur Rams. MacArthur getting the win short time ago, winning 1-0 over Illawarra, who will finish the season second last. Chance now for Nicholas. She was looking to strike it, but was blocked there by the Wanderers, and the Wanderers win the ball for Eunice. Pass there by Bauman. Good steal there by Musa. She was looking to offload it to Natali as Eunice steals the ball back away from Voice Yulden. Now it's Eunice. Looks to play the advantage. Being challenged. Chance now for Eunice. Caught beautifully there by Varley. And the challenge being taken up there by Tara Badana. And also Belavoisi Yulden. Trimis now. In fact, it will be played there by Petkoski, I'm sorry. Now she offloads it to Nicholas. As the sun is right in my eyes because we're on the eastern side of the field. And the Wanderers get the ball back through McKenzie. Now it will be played there by Fernandez. Yunus wins the ball. Now it will be chased by Natali. Looking to challenge. Offloads it now to Yunus. She might have a strike herself. Caught again by Varley. Good defending there by Olympic in the goal area. And that's probably at least the fourth or fifth attempt by the Wanderers to strike a goal. We've got 3 matches underway, including this one. As Nicholas looks to play the advantage. She was looking to have a strike. It was blocked there by Koshaba. And now she passes it down to Bauman. Bauman. Now it'll be Nicholas. She'll have a strike, a goal. And that is absolutely beautiful by Juliana Nicholas. She opens the scoring for Olympic. Cool as you like. And absolutely fooled Annabelle Kroll in the process. So Sydney Olympic, in the 7th minute of play, get the early lead. So the Western Sydney Wanderers 0, Sydney Olympic 1. It's been all the Wanderers that have been attacking in the opening minutes of this match. We're now into the 8th minute of play. And instead it's Sydney Olympic that get the job done and take the early lead. Trimmers will now play it. But the Wanderers get the ball back, so they'll be smarting a little bit that they've conceded a goal already. Bradshaw. Ball stolen away by Voice Yulden. Now it will be played by Petkoski for Olympic. As I said, there are 3 matches, including this one, happening right now. The Western Sydney Rangers playing their final match in NPL New South Wales Women's before they're relegated back to Football New South Wales League 1 Women's next year. They're taking on the back-to-back premiers, Women's FC Academy. And Sydney Olympic taking on Manly United as Yunus tries to win the ball. Will be challenged there by Badana. And Badana passes it back to Varley and she strikes it away but finds the feet there of Carabarras. But it will be played courtesy of Fernandez. The Wanderers now through Betro as the sun sets on the western side. Played by McKenzie. It makes my job a little bit easier, it has to be said. Hopefully you're enjoying it all the action home. But as I said, there is another match. Sydney University SFC, who were very much in contention for much of the season to finish inside the top 4, but will finish a lowly 9th. A very, very disappointing second half of the season. They're taking on Manly United. I'll give you around the ground scores as it happens. In fact, Bulls FC Academy in the opening 12 minutes have just taken the lead over the Western Sydney Rangers. They lead 1-0 over at Popondetta Park, just across the way. Murray has to chase the ball. Olympic win their possession here. It was called for a foul, and it will be a free kick to Sydney Olympic. And now the momentum has swung the visitors' way very quickly. So in spite of the opening flurry of the Wanderers and the amount of attacks they had on goal, Sydney Olympic now have a little bit more of momentum. More over at Sydney University Football Ground. 14 minutes gone. Sydney Uni, SFC and Manly are playing a 0-0 match at the moment. So the free kick about to be taken. Set piece in play. Struck away by Murray, but it goes back into the direction of Vitz. Unfortunately, she won't get a chance to strike it. And it's been kicked out by the Wanderers. on 10 minutes in this match. We're into the 11th minute of play. Hope you're enjoying it on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. And of course, semi-finals action as well in the Football New South Wales League One Women's competition, the championship. We know that the South Coast Flame are through to their maiden grand final, having beaten Marconi last night, 2-1. Chance now for Olympic. They're inside the penalty area. They'll have a striker goal. That goes across the face. Oh, geez, they look very dangerous already, Olympic. And that was Patria Trimis that had an attempt on goal there. Good crowd here at Wanderers Football Park this evening. So Murray will get things back underway. As I said, former Northern Tiger. First full season with the Wanderers, and would love nothing more but to play for the Wanderers in A-League Women's. Of course, that season soon to get underway. Good pass down to Mackenzie on the eastern side, their right edge. Petro, long pass. And calls for a handball. It looked like it was a handball by Bauman. They will play the free kick and the advantage. It's now down to Kashaba. Kashaba will now have a strike. Olympic get the possession. Musa tried to steal it away. It will be Olympic that will play it, courtesy of Nicholas. Here's a chance now for Olympic will have a striker goal. That's a second one. That is absolutely brilliant by Tiana Petkovsky. So she puts her name into the book as well, and Sydney Olympic go 2-0 up against the home side after 12 minutes of play. Well, we might have a little bit of an upset here. So, Western Sydney Wanderers 2, they're shell-shocked right now. Sydney Olympic 0. Sydney Olympic 2, I'm sorry. Just repeating, Western Sydney Wanderers 0, Sydney Olympic 2. And there's a bit of a huddle by the side. They look to try and regain their composure. Well, they're certainly not messing about, Sydney Olympic, in this final match day of the season. So we get back underway. 13th minute now. Ball being won by Trimis. Down to Bauman. Natali quickly trying to steal the ball away, or trying to muscle up and steal the ball away from Varley. Played over the top. Chance now for Olympic, now through Nicholas. Quickly pass it now to Trimis. Will be challenged there by Bradshaw, who kicks it back now to Kroll. That will be headed back to by Bauman. They're just moving the ball around here, Olympic. They're just quite free-flowing at the moment, and the pressure's off now, but they know they can steal vital premiership points as it's been struck now by Nicholas. Headed away by Betro. Trimis. Voice Yulden. Bauman again. Chips it over the top. Looks for Petkovsky. She's in the penalty area. Will be challenged now by Bradshaw. And what's the call? By referee Molly Godsall. It will be a goal kick to the Wanderers. The Academy Wander women looking to finish on a positive note before the championship series starts next week. I'll give you an update as well on the second semi-final between SD Raiders, as it's now Eunice that will play it. Trying to get around Nicholas. Pass it down. Game, by the way, is kicking off at 5:45, as it's now here, chance for Mackenzie, but just off target. And it will be a goal kick to Sydney Olympic. So the first semi-final between SD Raiders and the Newcastle Jets, who were relegated from NPL New South Wales Women's last season. They'll kick off over at Moorebank at 5:45 this evening. Of course, the winner of that match straight through to next week's Football New South Wales League One Women's Championship Grand Final. Of course, we know that South Coast Flame through to the Grand Final, beating Marconi last night, out at Marconi Stadium. congratulations to the South Coast Flame as Sav Murray tries to intimidate Nicholas, and she offloads the ball to Betro. Grand final being played at Valentine Sports Park next weekend in League One Women's. McKenzie is ready to receive the ball, but that will come off the feet there of Sydney Olympic, and it was Petkovsky that... that's not nice at all to cop a face on your... a foot on your arm. Get the teeth back in. Chance now for Fernandez, and she'll play it. Voici Jordan will now play it. Offside's the call by assistant referee Emma Chan. It will be a free kick to the Wanderers. Over at Sydney University Football Park, 20 minutes gone. Still nil between Sydney Uni and United. Good pass now to Musa, as Musa's trying to chase it. Will be picked up quickly by Varley. Had to respond quickly. And tonight, the Olympic only playing with one goalkeeper. No substitute goalkeeper implemented by Sam McGowan. She has the trust of Sophia Varley to get the job done tonight. We've had a number of A-League players coming back into Sydney Olympics lineup. One of them notably Baxter Thew, who's not playing tonight. He's been playing with Perth Glory. Originally from Perth, actually. So, Baxter, hope you're doing well. Bradshaw passes it back and now will be chased up by Petkovsky. Of course, we've got Laura Nada, who's on the eastern side, which looks like a number 9, but it's actually number 2. So Nada's on the eastern side. Ball bouncing in Natali's favour. Wanderers get the ball. Good kick down by Karaberis to Kashaba. She'll now look to try and find Natali, but it's kicked away by Fernandez. The right edge for Olympic for Nicholas. Now, Trimis and Bradshaw challenge for the ball. Bradshaw smothers it, trying to deny Trimis the chance to try and steal the ball away. Quickly pass it down to Kashaba, but unfortunately that will go out and will be a throw into Olympic. So Juliana Nicholas and Tiana Petkovsky, the goal scorers already for Olympic. And speaking of Petkovsky, looks to get around Betro and stolen away by the Wanderers, and it will be Eunice that will play the advantage. Down now to Mackenzie. Ooh. And they will play it. Dribbling it up, looking to find Musa. And again, it will be Varley that will take it. So Varley kicks it long. So Laura Nada is actually not wearing number 2 tonight. She's wearing number 9. So just to clarify that, Laura Nada wearing number 9. She's been wearing number 2 since the season began. There's been a challenge for the ball. Calls for a foul. Nothing being given by the referee, Molly Godsall, as Varley kicks it away down to Nada. The Wanderers get it back through Sav Murray. Fernandez. Sun's setting now here at Wanderers Football Park, and the floodlights are on here. Down to Bauman. In the centre left. Now it will be played by Bauman again, but there's no one to play. He's a little frustrated that she couldn't get onto the ball in time. So, update of the scores throughout the weekend in NPL New South Wales Women's. We kicked things off on Thursday night, and I was there out at Christie Park, the Arctic Circle, as they love to call it. It was Gladesville that beat Spirit FC 3-0. Chance for Natali. But Severe Varley quickly reacts and saves the ball going into the back of the net. So just repeating, Gladesville winning their first match in almost 10 games, making a 9-game winless streak. 3-0, beating Spirit FC. And they'll finish 11th on the premiership table. Fernandez passes it now down to Nada. Boise Yulden. Quick offload to Trimus. Nicholas. Bauman, but it comes off the feet there of Shaba. In fact, it was Eunice, I'm sorry. And will be a throw into Olympic. The other match that was played last night, and in fact 2 matches played last night, University of New South Wales played a 1-1 draw against Hills United, which meant it was not enough for the Uni of New South Wales to try and steal the premiership away from Bulls FC Academy. And Bulls FC Academy are the back-to-back premiers in NPL New South Wales Women's. So congratulations again to Bulls FC Academy. The other match that was played last night, a cracking match between Northern Tigers and Apia Leichhardt. My colleague Nicholas Kudniak called a game that was absolutely entertaining from the word go, as there's been a clash of bodies there between Nicholas and, in fact, it was played by Badana and Talia Yunus. So it was okay. Play on as the call. Molly Godsaw as Kashaba passes it back to Bradshaw. The match between Northern Tigers and Apia, 2 Northern Tigers, and they played the game with an extra player because Apia had their substitute goalkeeper sent off in the minutes of the second. So it will now be played by Keith to Mackenzie. They'll now look to find someone in the penalty area, but it's been intercepted. It will be played by Trimmers, but it comes off Betro, and Hernandez plays it. And so Amelia Feeney scored one of the most ripping goals tonight, as did Olivia Cartwright. If you get a chance to watch the match highlights on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel, you will have to agree with what Nicholas Goodniak said last night in the call. Absolute belters. Cara Barris. Pass it to Musa, but it's been intercepted by Olympic, but they get it back here, the Wonder Woman. Oh! Free kick. The Western Sydney Wanderers, and now a play that might go into the book here. No. So in the end, no free kick awarded, and it will be a goal kick. It was Bellavoisi Yulden that avoided getting the yellow card. I could see Molly Godson was ready to put her hand in her pocket to give the yellow. Good header over there by Morgan Vitz. That will go back to the Wanderers. And you can hear the groans by the Wanderers fans in the grandstand here. They weren't overly happy. But on the eastern side, Eliza Skinner. I think it will be Eliza Skinner. So they have made a change in terms of side, and there has been a change in terms of match officials. So originally it was Eliza Skinner and challenge for the ball there by Shortsky. Will go a Olympic throw-in. It's been real football homegrown all season long on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel, and of course the NPL New South Wales Premiership. Both the women, Leichhardt, the premiers for the 2026 men's competition. Congratulations to Apia Leichhardt. We also know who will be playing the promotion relegation playoff next week in the NPL New South Wales men's and, of course, Football New South Wales League One men's playoff. Of course, the Northern Tigers take Georgia FC for that 2-league playoff. Going to be absolutely entertaining as the Tigers look to get into the top flight for the first time. Vitz wins the ball. She looks to get it around Mackenzie. Now she'll pass it down to Nada. Nada dribbles it up towards the centre circle. Passes back to Voice Union. He'll kick it long. And she'll now look to find Trimis. And that ball will go out, and it will be a goal kick to the Wanderers. Minute of play, 25 minutes gone. Still Western Sydney Wanderers 0, Sydney Olympic 2. And that was the scoreline that the Wanderers beat Sydney Olympic earlier in the season, as Voice Jordan now passes it to Trimis. To Vitz. Trying to do the cycle pass. But the Wanderers get the ball back, and more now just roll out. And what's the call by Holly Godsall? It's another goal kick. We're waiting for the play to get back underway, and in fact it is underway again. Petro gets the ball. Still 0-0 after half an hour play between Sydney University and Manly United. It's over at Hoppendetta Park, just across the way. Bulls FC still leading the Rangers. 1-0. That's a paw on the arm there on Musa, and that's a yellow card to Sydney Olympic. Juliana Nicholas, that will go into the book. That was very silly there. Juliana Nicholas getting the Wanderers now look to try and fight back. Bauman steals the ball away. To find Nicholas, and will be challenged for Shaba. And the call is it will be a throw-in to... Oh, we've got a Sydney Olympic player that's gone down into the penalty area. So there might be... It's not Morgan Vitz. Might be Jaya Bauman. Ball there. Both teams getting a bit of a work, waiting for play to get back underway. It is Bauman that is in a bit of trouble. Has been called over. So Sam McGowan may need to do an early substitution. Renata on the eastern side over in the bunker. And now Molly Godson will now have a chat to the assistant referee on the eastern side. Some concerns for Sydney Olympic early in this match. We're approaching a minute of play. We're in the 29th minute of play now, but we'll definitely have stoppage time added on. And of course, we've got the final round matches in the NPL New South Wales men's finishing up. Of course, all games kicking off at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the final match day of the season. But there is serious concerns now for Jaya Bauman. She's up and that's the good news. Definitely have a look and see if there's any concussion concerns. Of course, we had Alyssa Onsard missing out tonight for the Wanderers. As Sav Murray now has the centre of the field to her teammates to try and get themselves to reset and focus on the job at hand. They know they want to get the 3 points before the season finishes up. And quickly, the final result sees RP and Leichhardt winning and claiming the premiership officially. 4-2 over St George City. Western Sydney Wanderers beating in the local derby this afternoon, 3-1. 1-1 draw between Marconi and Spirit FC. Rockdale Illingdon finishing the year beating the Uni of New South Wales 2-0. The Raiders finishing inside the top flight for the first time. What a season they've had. Of course, making the quarterfinals in the Australia Cup. They finished the year beating the Sutherland Sharks, who are off to play the Australian Championship for the first time, the second season of the Australian Championship. They won 2 Olympic and Sydney FC, so a 1-1 draw brings Sydney Olympics time in NPL New South Wales men's, as the ball's been blocked there by Badana, and now it'll be down to Nicholas for Sydney Olympic, but that will be a little bit too much on the speed there, and will be thrown in by the Wanderers. Sydney United beating St George FC big time, so they're now confirmed to play the promotion relegation playoff against the Northern Tigers. The score was 6 goals to 0, whilst Manly United finished the season strongly, beating the Wollongong Wolves 4 goals to 0. That's the final match day of the year, match day 30 of NPL. Of course, they've got a 16 final series. And of course, all the information on the final series available on the Football New South Wales website from tomorrow, and also on their social media channels, be it Facebook and Instagram. Same for the women's. It's a 14 final series. We already know who's going to be playing. It's now Bradshaw that passes it to Eunice. Eunice goes long, down to Mackenzie. But the cause, it's offside. Thirty-second minute of play here at Wanderers Football Park. It's still Western Sydney Wanderers 0. Sydney Olympic 2. And the free kick to be taken by Olympic. And now it'll be Nada that will chase the ball, as will Bella Keep, and that'll be a throw in to the Wanderers, as they're still chasing their first goal of the match. Wanderers, we're looking to pass it. Olympic get the ball back, and it's now Vitz that does a bit of showing and going. We'll look to pass it down to Trimis. Now she'll look to go to Nada. She'll have a striker goal, but just not off target. And ready to try and header that one in was Nicholas. But it will be taken by the Wanderers. Ball won by Olympic again. Badana. Some open space here for Bauman, who's fine after her concerns just before. But we'll find the good feet of Sav Murray. The former Northern Tiger. Now look to pass it. She was looking to pass it to Eunice. And it is Eunice that win ball. Dribbles it past the centre circle, and she quickly offloads it to Natali. And Natali tries to move forward. She does so, but intercepted by Olympic, and they'll play the advantage now. Nicholas being muscled up there by Bradshaw. Back to Bauman. And now Betro ball. Eunice again to Kashaba. She's got some open space. Does she have a striker goal? She was looking for Natali, but it's been kicked out by Badana, and it will be a corner kick for the Wanderers. No, it's a throw-in. No corners yet in this match. Strike for Natali, blocked by Olympic. Down to Nicholas, and now she'll look to pass it forward. She was ready to pass it to Trimis, but decides she's looking to find Fitz instead. Mackenzie and Nada, but now it is the captain, Fitz, that wins the ball. She dribbles it along the left edge on the eastern side. She'll now have a strike. Looking now to Murray, looking to try and block. Petkovsky does some fancy footwork. She'll now have a strike. They're kicked away by Cara Barris, and it'll be the first corner of the match to be taken by Sydney Olympic. Minutes into the match over at Popondetta Park, and it is the Western Sydney Rangers still trailing Bulls FC Academy. They lead 1 goal to 0. It's over at Sydney University Football Ground. 40th minute, still 0-0 between Sydney Uni and Manly United. So Trimmers comes in, headed away by the Wanderers, out of the penalty area, but coming in is Nada. They couldn't play the advantage, and it will be a throw into the Wanderers once again. So Olympic, not his Trimis. She'll have a striker goal. Oh, good blocking there by Annabelle Kroll. And this time she's not fooled by the efforts there of Sydney Olympic. Keeps it out of the goal, and it will be the second goal, corner kick. I'm sorry, for Sydney Olympic. A good strike. Hell of a good strike. Trimis again will now take the corner. Trimis. Voice of Union trying to... Oh, blocked again by Annabelle Kroll. She's really... Right. And that was a good strike there by Maya Fernandez. She almost got the job done. And this is now the third consecutive corner kick for Sydney Olympic. Voice of Union Jordan trying to steal the ball away. The call there by Molly Gottsell says there was no inside the goal area, no penalty being awarded to Sydney Olympic. So it will be a goal kick to be taken by Sav Murray for the Wanderers. Into the 38th minute of play. Still Western Sydney Wanderers 0, Sydney Olympic 2. The visitors enjoying this lead at the moment. It will now be played there by Betro. Down to Keep. Intercepted by Olympic. Down to Trimis again. Hernandez. Stolen back by the Wanderers. It will be Natali. Ball taken back by Badana. And there will be what? Farley, that will settle the play. And pass it to Voice Union. Jordan again. Dangerous here for the Olympic side as Nicholas mistimes it. She was ready to take the pass there from Bauman. And now it'll be Petkowski that will start to do a little bit of muscling up as she tries to attack and steal the ball. Sav Murray kicks it away. But of Olympic through Yulden. Trimis. Now to Nard. Moving the ball nicely. Now she was being challenged. She's trying to get around the Wanderers. She does so and decides to offload it to Bauman on the edge of the penalty area. Kashaba challenging. Tries to keep the ball in by Molly Godsall. Well, offside by... Was offside by the Olympics. So we to the Wanderers. Molly Godsall says there was nothing wrong with that at all. We're into the 39th minute, close to the 40th minute now. I hope you're enjoying all the action on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. This final round fixture between the Wanderers and Olympic as Eunice wins the ball. She'll look to play the advantage. Offside's the call. And it wouldn't have gone in the net anyway. So, we've got break in plays. We're waiting for Vivali to get proceedings back underway. And the free kick to be taken by Olympic. As we're approaching half-time, Nicholas and Kashaba challenging again. It will be Eunice that plays the advantage. And of course, we'll see her in A-League Women's in the upcoming season. Natali, but the ball's been stolen away by Trimis. certainly what could have been in terms of finals this year for Sydney Olympic. They almost made it. And at the moment, we'll have to have a look to see what will happen in terms of the goal difference. It's the eastern side. Now a chance for Vitz with Murray ready to try and defend. Vitz goes long. Intercepted by the in. I thought it was going to go out. Bauman was trying to play the advantage, but it will be Eunice that defends the ball. Keeps it in the possession of the red and black block as they now play it. But intercepted by Trimmers, who have a striker goal. Goes straight down the safe hands there of Kroll. And it will be a goal kick. In fact, it will be played by Kroll. Came to Bella Keep. And she'll go long. We're going to find Musa. Muscled up there by Boise Yulden. Eastern side. The sun setting here at Wanderers Football Park. We're into the final 5 minutes of this first half. Hope you're enjoying all the action on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Bradshaw. Agaz now looks to find Natali, and Natali trying to get around the Olympic defence. Musa trying to go over the top of Nada's head, but Olympic get the ball back and they have possession. Oh, Murray and Trimis challenging for the ball there. In fact, it was Voice Yulden, I'm sorry. Voice Yulden taking a bit of a knock there. But good sportsmanship there as Sav Murray helps Voice Yulden back on her feet. And they'll get the free kick. Approaching hard as the Western Sydney Rangers look to try and claw back this 1-goal deficit. Down now to, well, Pekowski. She was trying to chase for the ball, but denied by Kroll. It's half-time over at Sydney Olympic Football Park as the foul is conceded by Olympic, and it will be a free kick. 0-0, a half-time score between Sydney University and Manly United. So approaching half-time, into the final 2 minutes. Free kick to be given to the Wanderers. As Eunice has been challenged there, and May Fernandez is getting a little bit of a warning there by Molly Godsall for her challenge. Eunice, and it will be a free. The youngster, now it'll be Petro that has the ball. Played now by Bradshaw. Down to Natali, down towards the northwestern corner. She'll have a strike. Looking to find chance to score, and she does so. So the Wanderers get one back, and Sophia Varley has to be careful not to play anything silly there as they were trying to get the ball back, the Wanderers, after they scored the goal. But it was a beautiful strike by Mia Natali, and it was Medina Musa that puts the Wanderers on the scoreboard before the stroke of half-time. So, Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Sydney Olympic 2. It's now a goal deficit for the Wanderers. Goes over the top there. Oh, chased by Koshava. There's a bit of pushing and shoving there, but it will be won by Olympic. Trimis. Well, she was looking to pass it to Fernandez, but she couldn't get a foot on it in time. Played by Musa. Now looking to find some open space through Mackenzie down to Natali, but Natali couldn't get a foot on it quickly enough. And Bordana, it's been stolen back by Natali. So the Wanderers play possession. She's shoving in there. There's nothing wrong with that, according to Molly Godsall. So they play on. Musa again. Feisty now. So we're approaching half-time. We're in stoppage time now. And the call is it will be a free kick to the one conceded by Sydney Olympic. Be Talia Yunus that will take the free kick. Goes the short McKenzie, blocked by Olympic. And there will be another throw into the Wanderers. We're approaching the halftime whistle. We definitely have a couple of minutes of added stoppage time. Ball being won by Olympic now. He's looking to find Nicholas. Ball being won by Voice Yilden, but Trimmers couldn't get a foot on it. And we played back by coming in quickly is Nicholas, but she couldn't get the ball in time. They'll now look to move forward here, the Wanderers. Down to Eunice. She's got some open space here, being chased by Bauman. Gets around Yarl. Yep. Bauman. Chance now for Olympic. What's the call? That'll do. It's half time. So, what an entertaining opening half. Sydney Olympic struck her. Quick goals by Juliana Nicholas and Tiana Petkovsky, but Western Sydney, courtesy of Medina Musa, and the assist there by Mia Natali. So the halftime score, the Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Sydney Olympic 2. Final round fixture between these two sides already. Cannot wait for the final 45 minutes here at Wanderers Football Park. We look forward to your company in the next 15 minutes for the second half to finish off the 2026 NPL New South Wales Women's Premiership. Repeating the halftime score, Sydney Olympic 2.
Halmerick sending that one out to Morrow. Morrow cutting inside. She gets the shot away and bottom corner there. Excellent shot coming in from Frankie Morrow. Prakash running at the Manly defence. Puts it through to Breyer. Breyer cuts inside, shoots. And there you go. A second goal for Spirit. This time from India Breyer. Gives Manly the chance to go forward. Out on that far side with Dale. She's running in at Pell. And Sienna Dale puts it in and in the back of the net. Manly have one back. Halmerick crosses it in, finds Frankie Morrow, and that is the third goal for Spirit.
The white jersey with green striping, black shorts and white socks. Oh, for Bulls FC Academy, the hosts are on the attack here through Jade Grishon. Cross into the middle. Has bounced in off the inside post. And the Bulls have opened up the scoring just moments after half-time. Short pass out here to Daniela Naimi, who's able to get it away from Isabella Keats. Through for Phillips, who's... Blake stays down. Phillips rounds the keeper. Put in by Jade Grishon. Olivia Riddell stares at the assistant referee. Jade Grishon has a brace.
Sakura Najima on the far side. Plummer scored the goal last week for MacArthur in that 1-1 result with Northern Tigers. And there's the opening goal of the day. Goes the way of Western City Rangers. Catalina Wazinski. Malone. Slides it wide. Amendolia on the tightest of angles. Cross the face of goal. The rebound Sits up for MacArthur. Second effort off the post. Third effort, it's in. Santos puts it home. Corner on the left for MacArthur. Cassar swings it into the spot, headed up and in. Goal comes to MacArthur, and I think it was Santos getting the final touch. On the edge of the area, Najima on the left, off the crossbar. Santos, second effort for the hat-trick. There it is. Now worked across field. Rangers, can they do something late? Holder slides it in. Gordon, it's been turned in. I think that'll count as an own goal, but it's a goal to the Rangers nonetheless.
Apia now heavily involved in the Central Coast Mariners. You see a diagonal pass here out to Alvina Koshava. Bending cross, me and Natali in the middle, and she scores! Oh, danger here. Gulabovsky caught in possession by Musa. Bennett with an open net, and Wanderers have two. So Ashley Letter, who's been starved of chances, wastes no time over the penalty and scores. And Apia are back in business. Exactly what they needed at the start of the second half, and now they might wipe out the deficit in the blink of an eye. Petro caught in possession from kickoff. And as the ball streaks into the box, Letter lays it off. Fonsom can! Comeback complete! Apia have roared back into the game, and it's 2-2. Lancaster is going to chase this all the way up to Annabelle Kroll. Oh, a misplaced pass. Crofts is going to score, and Apia are going to go in front. A misplaced pass out from the back, and it's a total gift to Ashley Crofts. Steele second. Here's Captain Ellis with a low drive. And the follow-up from Jasnos. Apia have got a fourth, and Jordan Jasnos, too much power to be dealt with.
Huxley holding her ground. Murray trying to go around the outside, gets the cross in, and mashes up. Makes the ball very well at the back post. Sydney University opened the scoring in the 8th minute. Owen, they've got numbers on the right. UNSW. Cross comes in the flick on. The header from Lemon and then Collins equalises for the University of New South Wales. To get your footing on this surface. Collins into the box. Ava Collins off the crossbar. It's there for Hammond. And UNSW are in front.
We kick off a little earlier than normal. We kick off for Brooke Hasty as she wins it. But now, a chance now for Illawarra. They win the possession. They have a strike. Block there. Strike now. And Illawarra score. Ruby Egan Brown scores. So pressure now for Maddie Iro. Strikes it. And that will do it for Illawarra. Kasha to Tavares. They win the possession here through Sino. Here's a chance now for Tavares. She gets one back. It's not over yet.
Tussle there. Well won by Petkovsky. Tries to shrug off the defender and hits the back of the net. What a wonderful start for Olympic. She hesitated. Should have got rid of that ball earlier, but did really well to win it back. And it's now with Ruby Nathan, who sends it low. Ruby Nathan! I don't know if that was the real intention, but its results not met.
Every week, hundreds of thousands of people turn up around football grounds around New South Wales. Parents, kids, refs, coaches and volunteers. Cardiac incidents can happen to anyone at any time on the pitch.
Right now, not every club has a defibrillator.
And the ones that do are not always maintained or ready to use. In a critical moment, with a defib, that could save lives. That's why Football New South Wales, St John Ambulance and Toyota have come together for Every Beat Matters to help clubs around New South Wales to access defibrillators, cover maintenance and build a register so we know exactly where every unit is around the state. All you need to do is buy a ticket through RaffleTix. $5 can make a difference. Every ticket goes towards funding defibrillators and maintenance for clubs that need it most. A live fundraising board shows exactly how much is being raised. And every ticket you buy puts you in the draw to win a Toyota Corolla. One ticket, real impact. Help your club be ready when it matters. So buy your ticket today.
We're about to get underway with the NPL Premiership season for season 2026. Conor McNally with you. Great to have your company on the Wales YouTube channel. Goal difference between the Western Sydney Wanderers and Sydney Olympic in front. Currently, the Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Sydney Olympic 2. Get back underway here at Wanderers Football Park as the Wanderers want to finish the season off on a positive note. And of course, they know that they don't want to finish the season with a defeat, because they know that might, in terms of their preparations for next week, it will be the Wanderers that will kick off for the second half. We're also underway at Poppinetta Park and Sydney Olympic Football Park for the other matches that are currently in play. 3 matches complete already in this round. And it will be me and Natali that will get things back underway for the second half here. As the Wanderers trying to chase a 1-goal deficit and try and equalise the board here. We're underway for this second half, and already they're looking to start to make an impact. The Wanderers, as Mackenzie was trying to keep the ball in play, but unfortunately that goes out, and we'll throw through Lauren Nada for Sydney Olympic. So Sydney Olympic can join this 1-goal advantage. They led 2-0 at one point. A beautiful goal by Medina Musa just before half-time put the Wanderers on the scoreboard. They had a number of shots on target in the opening 20 minutes. And Sydney got the upper hand early. Now they're looking for Carabarris and struck. Oh, coming off there with a call for handball. As the ball's kept in play by Olympic. Good play there, but it will go out and will be a Wanderers throw in. Looking against Blazer. Petkowski was ready to challenge, as now the ball's been played by the Wanderers as they look to play through Natali. She'll look to have a strike again, goes over the top. Find out of the penalty area. This is entertaining stuff already between these two sides. We've already done a minute of play, so into the 47th minute. And it'll be Betro that passes the ball backwards. As the Wanderers try and move forward and try and eliminate the deficit that they are trailing at the moment. In Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Sydney Olympic 2, as Mackenzie will now look to have a strike, but it's a half-hearted effort there. She's looking to pass it to to be seen, settled there by Varley. She kicks it long down to Vitz, and the captain will play it. This time there by Nada, stolen by Mackenzie, but blocked by Nada, and it will be a corner kick. So, just repeating, Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Sydney Olympic 2. The other scores currently happening. Corner kick has been taken by Alvin Murray Kashaba. They do for the scores in a sec as Kashaba brings up to the penalty area. We'll look to have a strike, but it's off target. It'll be a goal kick to Sydney Olympic. Currently, at the moment, 53rd minute of play. Sydney Uni SFC and Manly United still playing a 0-0 draw, whilst over at Poppinetta leading the Western City Rangers by 1-0. The way things are going, Manly with Sydney actually dropped from 7th to 8th, and then the MacArthur Rams will move up to 7th. Following their win today over the Illawarra Stingrays, they won 1 goal. University of New South Wales played a 1-1 draw last night under the Village Green. One by some calls for a foul, but I'll get the throw in the Wanderers. So 1-1 between New South Wales and Hills. The match, which one of the most energy you'll see this season. Two belter of a goals through Liv Cartwright and Amelia Feeney to beat up Leichhardt 2-1 for the Tigers, and they'll finish 5th on the table. And on Thursday, it's BTC 3-0. Put up now. Kashaba. Played by Bauman. Down to Nicholas, but that will go out and will be a throw-in. There's next week finals football in the NPL New South Wales Women's Championship in first grade. Of course, home final, University of New South Wales. Played by Keep, she goes back to Kroll, being chased now by Petkowski, who's already scored the goal. So Eunice brings it up. She dribbles it and will offload it now to Mackenzie. Mackenzie near the edge of the 10-yard box. We'll now have a look at the strike. That goes in. That was almost an Olympic. But thankfully it was kept out of the goal area itself. And the Wanderers gasped there. They thought they had an equaliser. Chance now for a header by Morse. Bounced calmly into the direction of Varley once again. Ball won by Olympic. Offsides that was crowd conceded by Olympic. They'll free kick the Wanderers. Apologise for the intermittent transmission. Just a technical difficulty that's a little bit out of our control tonight, but hopefully it won't affect your watching pleasure of this match all that much. Still been an entertaining game nonetheless. It will be Olympic that will bring the ball back into place on the field, where they'll want to be kicked off. No substitutions yet for both the... And again, it'll be a... So to try and extend their lead. Back out to 2. New South Wales wins the Championship Series. Bulls FC Academy will host the first semi-final at Northbridge Oval. They'll take on the Western Sydney Wanderers. They'll be playing their first finals appearance in the Championship. And the throw-in to be taken by Olympic. There's a bit on who's going to throw it in. Wanderers that will get the ball. The second semi-final out at the Village Green. And it will be University of New South Wales, who are also this year in the NPL Wales missions to the Uni of New South Wales. A chance now for Talia Yunus, but blocked there by Fernandez. Wanderers get the ball. Struck away by Voisey Yulden. Down now to Nicholas, but it will be intercepted by Bradshaw. Semi-finals out at the Village Green. Uni of New South Wales take both matches live Wales YouTube channel next weekend. We'll find out all the information on the dates and times by the NPL New South Wales Women's website. Via the NPL. Down now to Nada. He's looking to find Petkowski, but kicked out by Sav Murray. There'll be a throw-in to Olympic for Nada. Petkowski. Now to Trimis. She'll have a striker goal. Keen to go through the final table very shortly. Very full time as he played there by Bauman. Caraberis offloads it now to Eunice. It's Koshaba, I'm sorry, but it'll be a throw-in. Now, Makai Buchanan. The Ranger. Now chance for Mackenzie. She's within range. Blocked beautifully there. by Olympic. And that was the efforts there of Laura Nada. It will be a corner to Wanderers. Hope you're enjoying all the action on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel for this final match of the NPL New South Wales Women's Premiership. It's Eunice now. There will be block space now for Olympic, but it will be chased by Eunice. It will be played now by Vitz. Vitz dribbles it up. Missed time by McKenzie. It's down now to Trimmers. Calls offside. And all that open space is... to Sav Murray, under apply plenty of pressure. Vitz wins the ball for Olympic. She'll have a strike at goal. Caught nicely there by Kroll. Just slightly off target there for Vitz, but to finish off the season Sydney Olympic, and we all know the old dramas that have been in the last 12 months. And of course, we know, sadly, Sydney Olympic now relegated back to Football New South Wales League One men's on the men's side of things. A very dark sharp strike intercepted away by Buchanan. As Yulden gets out of the penalty area down to Nicholas. Just following the men's side, a 1-1 draw today for Olympic with Sydney FC. And they'll finish the season sadly last on the table, and it's going to be interesting to see how their men's side go next year in Football New South Wales League One men's. It's one of the most hotly competitive competitions in the NPL New South Wales pyramid. Musa is looking to put some pressure there on Varley as it's been struck away. The Wanderers get the ball back. Eunice now with the ball. And also the other team that's been relegated, Football New South Wales men's, Western City Rangers, and of course they've suffered a double relegation, not just their men's side being relegated back to League 2, but also the Western City Rangers in the women's. Of course, they are going back to Football New South Wales League 1 women's next season to be replaced by the SD Raiders. This year's Football New South Wales League 1 women's semi-final. The Newcastle Jets for a spot in the League 1 Women's Championship Grand Final. Call for foul conceded. Well, the ball going out. They say we know Sydney Olympic. And that's the call in by the Wanderers. Nice cycle kick as well, as it's now Koshava that brings it up towards the penalty area, being challenged now by Bodana, and she kicks it out, and it will be a throw into Olympic. Wanderers looking to get back that 1-goal deficit as Eunice wins the ball. Back to Koshava. Trimis gets her around Natali, but Natali intercepts it back, and it'll be Betro. Fernandez. Madonna to Lindsay Yilden, and she'll go long. Intercepted there by Bradshaw. Shaba. Fascinating contest. Hope you're enjoying it as much as I am right now. Not been an easy match for the Wanderers to try and get the final points of the season as Murray goes sideways to Bradshaw. And now it'll be down to McKenzie through Keith. Nada applying some pressure. And they'll go to Keith again, and that will go out in Sydney Olympic. We also know who has won the Golden Boot for NPL New South Wales Women's Ashley Letter for RP Leica has been fantastic all season as the ball's been won by Vitz. She's in the penalty area now. She looks to have a strike at goal, but struck away by the Wanderers. They almost went three up. It'll be played by Nardo. She's looking to offload it to Vitz. Vitz has the ball. Down now to Badana. Played now by Bauman to Fernandez. Nicholas now, who scored the opening goal for Olympic. She goes towards the left edge now to Nada. Now, Boise Yulden to Fitz again. She'll have another strike. Looking for a header in. Almost headed in there by Olympic. There's two players there ready to strike. It was Trimmers. Now, Kroll saves it. It was a good strike there by Olympic. Long range as well. There's the effort there of Bauman. It was Petkowski and Trimus and Boise Yulden applying plenty of pressure, particularly in the penalty area. Now, he won there by the Wanderers through Shava, but she couldn't play the advantage, and will be brought back in by Bauman. 5 minutes remaining over at Popondetta Park in the final 25 minutes of their NPL New South Wales women's campaign for the Western City Rangers. They currently trail 1-0 to Bulls FC Academy. Wanderers looking to win the ball for Natali. Striker goal. Does she get it? Yes, she does. And Mackenzie was ready to play with the assist into the goal and claim it as her own, but Farley not full for one moment. She goes long. Chase for it. Who's going to get it? Will be Sydney Olympic through Petkowski. Bradshaw going to pick it up and smother it. Nichols was ready to chase for it, as will now Fernandez, and the calls that will go out are thrown in by Wanderers. So again, Bulls FC Academy still leading the Western City Rangers 1-0, whilst over at Sydney University Football Ground, Sydney Uni have taken the lead over Manly United. 2-0. Quick succession for the students. Long kick now by Kroll, and it'll be picked up quickly there by Varley. So that changes somewhat. We're on the ladder. To Bradshaw now. Oh, and a clash there. It'll be a free kick for the Wanderers. Boise Yulden and Shava as Natali wins the ball, looks to go forward. She'll now have a look at an attempt to strike, but it will be intercepted by Buchanan, and she'll kick it out on the eastern side. Throw into the Wanderers again. Just looking at the ladder in terms of the mid-pack. Now currently 7th coming into this weekend. In fact, they'll drop down to 9th because at the moment Sydney Uni will get the 3 points as Buchanan just lets that ball roll out. It'll be a corner kick to the Wanderers. So MacArthur will move up to 7th. Sydney Uni will move up to 8th. Manly will drop from 7th to 9th. That's provisional at the moment. We'll wait until the full-time whistle happens. The corner kick to be taken by the Wanderers as they look to try and equalise the scoreboard. Struck away by Bauman. And now an attempt goes across the face. It was nowhere near the the mouth of the goal itself. A good attempt there by the Wanderers. And the first substitution about to be made by Sydney Olympic. Looks like it's Juliana Nicholas that will finish up for the night and for her season. She scored the opening goal of the match. Much deserved game for goal and the game for Juliana Nicholas, and waiting to see who comes onto the field now. We'll find out the number in just a moment. The throw-in about to happen, and coming on now in jersey number 10, Ruby Nathan. First substitution being made. Remember, McGowan deciding not to go with a substitute goalkeeper tonight, trusting the efforts of Sophia Varley. She's done a brilliant job as well. Sav Murray now. Problems from Mackenzie. She's grabbing her calf as well. There might be a hamstring concern. That's huge problems for the Wanderers. And now the crowd is saying there's a huge problem. She is in a world of hurt. But they're playing on here. The Wanderers are looking to strike. Chance for Natali. Caught there by Varley. But play is still on. Mackenzie's still down on the ground. And now the referee, Molly Godsall, stopping play because she is in a world of hurt. And that could be big problems for their finals campaign. And I think that might be not done, sadly, for Alyssa Mackenzie. So it sounds like it's more like a cramp, but she's wincing quite a lot. Laura Nada also tending to her, so the doctor comes in to treat Mackenzie's hamstring. Does she get up and is she okay? No, she's going to go off the field, so play can continue, so they try not to waste too much time. So there'll be a player short in the meantime. And the smelling salts are out. So the Wanderers are temporarily down to 10 players, and I think there will be a substitution about to be made shortly for the Wanderers. As the good play there by Nada, so they can get through the feet there. A keep now to Nathan, but intercepted by Murray. Murray loses the ball in the process. What's the call? By the assistant referee, it'll be a Wanderers ball. So into the 67th minute of play. Still Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Sydney Olympic 2. What an upset it'll be on the final match day of the season. It won't matter in terms of the premiership because they've already locked in that top 4 spot. As the Wanderers win the board, but they'll play NSW Academy in the first semi-final next week, as I mentioned before, but they will finish in 4th on 49 points as it stands. Carly brings the ball back in. Cheeky kick over by Musa. But will be won by Buchanan. Stolen away by Musa again. She's already got 1 goal. Now will be Betro. Down to Kashava. She was looking to eye up an attempt at goal. But ball's been won by Voice Yulden. And Olympic now dribble it up. Cross towards the left side. It's actually the Trimmers that will play it. And she offloads it back to Voice Yulden. Now it's Buchanan. Buchanan. The pass to Trimmers. Nada again. Good pass to Trimmers again, but we'll find the feet of Betro once more. Comes for the feet. Badana to Vitz. Vitz looking to play the advantage. Will be chased by the Wanderers. And what's the call? It'll be Olympic throw-in. Substitution about to be made for the Wanderers. So Alyssa Mackenzie, her night is done. Coming into the side now. Number 31, and that will be Annika Driscoll. So they played with 10 players temporarily whilst Mackenzie's taken off, and obviously will tend to her calf. But hopefully it's nothing too serious before the first semi-final next week out at Northbridge Oval. Olympic now. Finds Nathan. She keeps the ball in play. Well, she thought she kept the ball in play, but unfortunately it went out. And Molly Godsaw says, go back and throw it on the proper position, which he does. To keep now. Keep goes back to Murray. And they're really muscling up on their attack here now. Olympic, as Driscoll has a first touch the ball. It's now a chance for Nathan. She's in the penalty area. She'll look to strike it. Caught there by Kroll. This final match day of the season. Still, Sydney Wanderers 1, Sydney Olympic 2. They still hold that 1 goal advantage. Now Driscoll with the ball. She'll go long. Looking to find Musa. Takes the pass, but will be headed back in favour to Olympic. Almost mistimed there for Olympic through Bodana. Nathan and Keep try and battle with the ball. It's been won by Betro. And that will be Kashaba. Looking to find Eunice. And kicked away by Bodana will be a throw into the Wanderers. Just 20 minutes remaining of the season, plus stoppage time for the two sides here. Sydney Olympic, their final match of the season. Of course, the Wanderers play next week in finals. They go long here, Olympic. Chasing the ball now. It'll be won by the Wanderers as passes it down to Murray. Has to respond quickly, and Nathan will get her touch and foot on the ball. Chance now for Trimis. Inside the penalty area. Murray looking to muscle. Chance here. Oh! O's over the top there. That could have been the match winner. For Morgan Vitz and Sydney Olympic. Can't say that it's over yet for Sydney Olympic to claim the 3 points because they still have to work for it at the moment. They've still got that 1 goal advantage. The ball's now being chased by Buchanan as it is by Musa, and it will be Buchanan that wins the ball for Olympic. Pass back to Varley, and now they'll move up here. They're moving the ball freely here too, Olympic. It will now be played by Trimis, but stolen back by the Wanderers, and the red and black block go towards their right edge through Eunice. Eunice now down to Driscoll. Driscoll now. She'll have a strike. But we'll find the hands there of Farley. Now it'll be Nathan that plays the advantage. Trimis ready to take the offload, but they go towards their right edge here, Olympic. Struck by Vitz. Down to Fernandez. Lucy Yilden. Vitz again. Captain. Now to Nada. Good steal there by Driscoll, but she loses the ball. Be played by Nada, but the Wanderers get it back. Do they? There's a bit of a fight for the ball. What is the call? It is an Olympic ball. Madonna protesting to the assistant referee, saying that was our ball. Will be played by Nathan now. Trimis was looking to offload it, but it's been taken by the Wanderers, and it will be played there by Musa. Quickly offloads it now to Eunice, but coming in quickly was Olympic there, and that was Buchanan, and there's been a crash tackle there between Buchanan and Eunice. And Eunice has now gone down. And she's okay, and she's being brought up by her teammates. Took her quite a knock. It will be a corner to the Wanderers. While we're waiting, Eunice is okay. That's the most important thing. Every beat matters. is Football New South Wales fundraising raffle to put defibrillators into every Football Association club across our footprint. Corner to the Wanderers, by the way. And it's been going for much of this season. And it's a fundraising raffle to put, as I said, the defibrillators across the Football New South Wales footprint. And every ticket you buy helps ensure that your club has the equipment that it needs. And there's a problem now for Driscoll. She's limping now as the corner's about to be taken. We'll come back to Every Bit Matters as they've partnered with Heartbeat of Football and, of course, Toyota. You can buy a $5 ticket and you can win a Toyota Corolla ZR. So, corners will be taken by the Wanderers as they look to try and equalise the scoreboard. Struck away, a chance for the Wanderers through Bradshaw. Blocked by Olympic. They look to win the ball here. It's now Driscoll that plays it. Murray now. She'll have a strike. Harley denies the Wanderers another chance to equal the scoreboard. They go long. Keith. Goes down to Driscoll. Now it'll be Eunice. She's okay, thankfully. Betro. Good pass now to Musa. Gets around. Oh, almost there for Varley. She almost coughed it up there. It was Musa that got around Bauman. And Varley, as I said, she almost coughed the ball up there. She caught the ball. It'll be a goal kick. It'll be Olympic that goes long. Fitz. And Bradshaw chasing the ball. Bradshaw passes it back to Kroll. So look to move forward here, the Wanderers. It's a long kick. Nathan was ready to free header it. Down to Driscoll. Being challenged there by Nada. Keep again. To Murray. Pekoski, she smells an opportunity, but not quick enough. Wanderers. Through Kashaba to Musa again. Wanderers' only goal scorer of the match. Foul conceded by Olympic. And Vitz is saying, I didn't do anything wrong. Holly Gonsall says otherwise. Foul conceded by the Olympic side. Free kick to be taken. So, if you want to know how to go and get your ticket, go to the Football New South Wales website, footballnewsouthwales.com.au, or go back through the halftime through the video on the Football New South Wales feed, this feed in particular, or any of the other feeds, and click on the QR code. Get your camera out, scan the QR code, and you can buy your ticket. Oh, Tremis almost played the advantage and mistimed the dribble there, and it will be the Wanderers that win it. Being challenged now by Petkowski. Foul conceded by Olympic again. It's the Wanderers that get the free kick. And time is running out for the Wanderers to get the final win of the regular season, the premiership. Wanderers win the advantage now. Chance, well, unfortunately for Musa, she couldn't chase the ball quick enough, and it goes back to Varley, and Varley's toying with her a little bit here, playing mind games. Very dangerous. Varley has to kick it out of the way. Down now to Nada. Driscoll was applying some pressure there as Nada goes sideways. Will go long range. But Bradshaw will get her feet on the ball as coming in with a wet sails, Vitz. Vitz gets the ball back for Olympic. She'll have a striker goal. Goes down into the safe hands of Kroll there. And again, more mind games between these two sides. Kroll had to react quickly because Petkowski was ready to pounce. Shaba goes long. She's looking to find Natali. Game it's been. Hope you've enjoyed it on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Been real football homegrown this season, and it's proven just that again in this match between the Wanderers and Olympic. Olympic win the ball. Petkowski. Bauman. Advantage played through Keat. Driscoll now. Being challenged by Nathan. Natali wins the ball, but it's been taken back to Badana. Now it'll be Trimmers. Kicks it over the top. We'll find Murray there. She'll let the ball settle. She'll play it. And the captain weighs up her options as she looks to find Eunice. Eunice gets the ball. Now looks to find Driscoll. Ball's been chased by Nada and almost hits the fence in there, and it will be a goal kick to Sydney Olympic. So we're approaching final 10 minutes of this match. Substitutions, a double substitution about to happen for the Wanderers. Oh, Frida Carabarras and Medina Musa finish up for the night. And they'll get a well-earned rest before next week's semi-final. Coming onto the field. We'll find out the numbers shortly for you. So, number 12's on the field, Madison Gabilla. And number 10, which is Isabella Sultan, who was originally not scheduled to play tonight. It was originally Zoe Pangopoulos that was scheduled to play in jersey 16, but she got taken out in the last minute. As Murray now plays it. So Sultan getting some unexpected game time. Ball goes out. There will be a throw into Olympic. Meanwhile, over at Popondetta Park, final 5 minutes of the season for the Rangers. They're now trailing Bulls FC Academy 2-0. Also over at Sydney Olympic Football Park. It's almost formal time there. Manly have got one back. And it's now Sydney Uni SFC 2, Manly United 1. As it goes over the top to Trimmers. Looking to get around the Wanderers to Nathan. Now it'll be Voice Yulden. Stolen away by Eunice as she dribbles it up past the centre circle. She's looking to go herself, trying to get around Buchanan, but it's been stolen away by Nada for Olympic. Pass it back to Buchanan. And Voice Yulden offloads it to Trimmers again. And she'll go towards their right edge now. Through Bauman. A very impressive performance by Sydney Olympic. They can take away some confidence going into the 2027 season, the premiership, of course. And of course, it will get underway in March 2027. Down to Eunice. Good steal here by Nada. It calls for a foul there. Play on's the call by Molly Godsall. It's Nathan that dribbles it up. She's just eyeing off. Now it'll be Petkovsky. Petkovsky offloads the ball, but there's no one to pass it to. And the Wanderers get it back through Driscoll. Good steal here by Fernandez. There's no one there to play it for Olympic. And Manly United have got one back. It's now 2-2. So at the moment, they won't drop to 9th. It's madness. In the final match day of the season. So we're into the 83rd minute. Kashaba, she'll have a strike that will be off target and it will be a corner kick to the Wanderers. It came off Sydney Olympic. So the corner to be taken now by Sultan. Oh no, it goes over the top there of Varley, but it will go out and it will be another corner to the Wanderers. They're applying their pressure to Olympic to try and crack them. I have to keep updating my premiership tables. I write it down. Because it's all madness in the final match day of the season. Wanderers come in. Murray was trying to free header that in. Betro trying to keep it in the field of play. They're calling it out, Olympic. They won't get it from Godsall. Bradshaw now. Down now to Gabella. Struck away by Olympic. Played by Keep. Now it's Eunice. Challenge with the ball there by Fernandez. Free kick. Fernandez giving away the free kick to the Wanderers. No signs of a yellow card. Just the one yellow card in the first half. It'll be Sav Murray that will take the free kick. Probably one of the most important free kicks of this premiership for the Wanderers before finals football. Three-person ball in place for Olympic. Murray blocked beautifully by Olympic and cops a header in the process. Right into the head there. Unintentional, of course, but putting the body on the line there. There'll be some stoppage time added. Well, the good news is players up and okay. That's the good news as the doctor comes in. It was Ruby Nathan that caught the hit. She's shaking it off and she's okay. That's the good news. Into the final 5 minutes of this season as Nathan will now go off the field temporarily. So Olympics down temporarily to 10 players. So concussion obviously important priority in ball sports as we get back underway. So very shortly, hopefully Nathan will come back into the side. As Murray was looking to find the feet there of Kashaba. Nathan comes back onto the field for Olympic. Into the stoppage time now between Sydney University SFC and Manly United, just as much as that match between the Rangers and Bulls FC Academy are playing at the moment. And they're not too far off from full time there. So for goal kick to Wanderers, to Olympic. As Ladana was trying to kick it over the top, move it forward towards the northern end of the field. Throw into the Wanderers. Time is fast running out. Approaching 43rd minute of play. 42 minutes gone. Ladana blocked by the Wanderers. That will be a goal kick to Olympic. This will be a victory they'll savour here, Sydney Olympic, if they get it. Not over just yet. Wanderers get the ball. There's a huge chase for it. Petkovsky wins the advantage for the Olympic. She'll strike it long. She's looking for Nathan, but it's headed away by the Wanderers through Bradshaw. Calls for a foul, and it's been given to the free kick to the Wanderers, conceded by Sydney Olympic. Second time this season I've seen Sydney Olympic play, because they played against the Northern Tigers back in round 10. That's the last time I called Sydney Olympic. They certainly have improved in the early part of the season. 2 minutes remaining before stoppage time as Murray goes long. Fernandez to Buchanan. She'll go back to Varley and will be chased by Sultan. Now the Wanderers look to move for the Olympic move forward through Buchanan. Looks to find Nathan. Nathan wins the ball. Will be challenged by Keith. Keith steals the ball away and Murray strikes it out. Ball won by Buchanan, but here's a chance for the Wanderers. Eunice And Badana chasing for it. There's a trip there, allegedly free. It's a foul conceded by Sydney Olympic on Eunice, and a yellow card there to Badana. Wanderers fans not happy at all. They were calling for a straight red. Drama in the final minute before stoppage time. Full time over at Popondetta Park. Bulls FC Academy have won 2-0 over the Western City Rangers, who say farewell to NPL New South Wales Women's. And they return to Football New South Wales League One Women's next season. Also full-time, Sydney University SFC and Manly United finished their season with a 2-2 draw, which means Manly will now finish behind the MacArthur Rams. They'll finish in 8th position. MacArthur will finish 7th overall. The free kick to be taken now for the Wanderers by Talia. In fact, it will be played by Kashaba. Oh, beautiful save over the top by Sophia Varley. And a corner to the Wanderers. I thought it was going to be taken by Talia Yunus, but it was Alvina Marie Kashaba that took the free kick. And again, Sophia Varley saving the day as the corners to be taken. We're now in stoppage time. Blocked by Olympic. The Wanderers looking to head this one in. Struck away by Olympic. Down to keep. It'll be a vital 3 points to end the season. Oh! And a yellow card will be given to Sultan on Fernandez. So the first yellow to the Wanderers there, to Isabella Sultan. Some added time here as we're now in stoppage time, but Sydney Olympic almost wrapping up the 3 points here as Buchanan kicks it long. They'll love to score one late goal to seal the deal. Wanderers win it through Betro. Kashaba. Buchanan and Sultan challenging for the ball again. And again, Fernandez and Sultan battling for this one. Comes off the body there of Fernandez, but it will be the Wanderers that will gain the advantage. Goes down towards Nada. It will be a free kick to the Wanderers. So look to play the free kick. 2 minutes gone into the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Down now to Natali. Foul conceded by Bauman for Olympic. Free kick. No yellow card, but in fact will be a throw-in. Ball won by the Wanderers. Olympic wanting to hold on. Fernandez wins the ball. Down to Trimis. And Bradshaw challenging. Another throw into Olympic. All bodies on the line here. Walking wounded in the final day of competition in the Premiership. Almost running out of time here, Wanderers, to snatch a draw. Another free kick. We're into the 4th minute of stoppage time now. Natali trying to win the ball for the Wanderers. Down to Murray. She'll go long. Olympic will be wanting to have the full-time whistle blown. Comes off the Wanderers. Will now be chased by Badana, but will be picked quickly by Varlish. Oh, here's a chance for the Wanderers. They look to strike. Will they get it? Yes, they will! It's Isabella Sultan that equalises the scoreboard. Scenes are plenty at Wanderers Football Park, but it's now Molly Godsall that will have to decide if that is legal or not. It's fine. And Olympic are not happy at all. They might have to settle for a draw here. So it's 2-2 between the Wanderers and Olympic in the final stages of this match. We're into the 5th minute of stoppage time. So we're back underway. And the advantage that Sydney Olympic had, all gone. Played now by Voice Yilden, but the Wanderers win the ball. They would like to get the victory here. Calls for a foul. It's been given against the Wanderers, and it'll be Sydney Olympic that will take the free kick. Scenes aplenty. Could Olympic steal the final goal? As Trimmers takes it long. Chance now for Olympic. Will they get it? Blocked by the Wanderers. Strike now by Voice of Yilden. It's off target. And that is full time. Scores a level. The points will be shared. Sydney Olympic almost had it in the bag, but it will be a 2-2 draw between the Western Sydney Wanderers and Sydney Olympic. Medina Musa and Isabella Sultan, the goal scorers for the Wanderers. For Sydney Olympic, it was Tiana Petkovsky and Juliana Nicholas. It was 2-1 at half time in favour of Sydney Olympic. The full-time score, the Western Sydney Wanderers 2, Sydney Olympic 2. And with that, the NPL New South Wales Women's Premiership comes to an end. These are the final standings. Bulls FC Academy, the Premiers on 61 points. Uni of New South Wales on 57. Apia Leichhardt on 52. The Western Sydney Wanderers on 50. The Northern Tigers on 39, Sydney Olympic on 37, MacArthur Rams 35, Manly United 34, Sydney University 32, Hills United on 28, Gladesville Ravens on 26, equal with Spirit FC, but they finish ahead on goal difference, Illawarra on 19, and the Western Sydney Rangers on 11 points, and they say farewell to the NPL New South Wales Women's and return to Football New South Wales League One Women's for next year to be replaced by the ST Raiders. So the final series sees the Western Sydney Wanderers take on Bulls FC Academy, first against fourth. Bulls, of course, finishing first in the Premiership. That'll be at Northbridge Oval next weekend. The second semi-final will be between the Uni of New South Wales and Apia Leichhardt at the Village Green. All the details on the NPL New South Wales website and also via the social media platforms. It's been real football, homegrown all season with the NPL New South Wales Women's Premiership. So it's not just the last match for this season, it's the last match for me tonight, for myself, Connor McNally. It's been a great joy to be calling all these games for you on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. A huge thank you to Football New South Wales for such a wonderful season. Thank you to all the teams as well for their generosity and also helping with all the details in terms of team lists and the like. I can't wait for next season, and I hope you are looking forward to it as well. As I said, real football homegrown, and it's going to happen again when the NPL New South Wales Women's Premiership kicks off again in March 2027.